Okay, this third congruence postulate is called the angle-side angle postulate and sometimes abbreviated as ASA. Okay, so before we had side angle side, okay, and it had to be two sides with two sides with an angle in between. Well, now it's angle and an angle, and the side has to be in between those two angles. So what this is saying is if two angles of a triangle, okay, so like, I don't know, maybe angle B and angle A, okay, and here's the important thing, the side that connects them, okay, so if we have angle A and angle B, then this is the side that has to be included. Angle, side, angle. Okay, it has to be the side in between. It can't be this angle and then this side. Okay, and it can't be this angle and this side. That's not okay. That's not what this postulate is about. This is saying this angle, this side, and this angle. Okay, so it's saying if two angles of a triangle and the side that connects them are congruent to their corresponding parts on another triangle, then those two triangles are congruent. Okay? So, angle A looks like it corresponds to angle E over here in DEF. So here's triangle ABC, here's triangle DEF. We want to know, is triangle ABC congruent to triangle DEF? Okay, that's what we want to know. Oops. And let's say that angle A and angle E are both congruent. So we're going to draw a little arc here and put a slash through it. Draw a little arc and put a slash through it. This symbol just means that A and E are both congruent angles. They are the same measure. The measure of E is equal to the measure of A. So like if A is like a 60-degree angle, then E is also a 60-degree angle. Okay, they are the exact same measure. Okay, and then let's say that this side right here, this side, okay, it looks like this side is corresponds to this side right here. Okay, so if this side, let's give it like 2 slashes. Let's say this side is congruent to this side. And then this angle, angle B, and we'll put 2 slashes in there, is congruent to angle F. Okay? So if angle B is congruent to angle F, and this side is congruent to this side, and angle A is congruent to angle E, okay, then what we have is angle, side, angle. We have two angles and the side that connects them, okay? It connects them. Over here, we also have the corresponding angle, two corresponding angles, and the side that connects them are congruent. And therefore, by the angle-side angle postulate, we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, okay? Now, I want to remind you of something. I want to remind you that in any triangle, okay, that the three sides or the three angles add up to 180 degrees. So if this is triangle X, Y, Z, then the measure of angle X plus the measure of angle Y plus the measure of angle Z equals 180 degrees, 180 degrees. So this angle plus this angle plus this angle equals 180 degrees. That's going to be important in some of the questions and the examples that we look at in just a minute. Okay, here's an example. Here we have triangle ABC and triangle DEF, okay? and we're going to say, suppose that B is equal to 36. That means side B over here is equal to 36, okay? It says angle B is 40 degrees. That's this angle right here. So that angle right there, excuse me, this angle right here is 40 degrees. Now you might be thinking, that's got to be a mistake. Mr. Ryan, you said that it has to be a side with both of the angles that are connected to that side. B is not connected to angle B is not connected to side B. Just be patient. We're going to use the 180 degree thing to get the angle that we don't know. And then it says angle A is 30 degrees. So this angle right here is 30 degrees, okay? But in order to use the angle side angle, we need to know the measure of angle C, and that's not given to us, okay? But I want to remind you that that angle A plus angle B plus angle C is going to be equal to 180. So angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees, okay? Well, angle A is 30 degrees, so I'll put 30 degrees, plus angle B is 40 degrees, 40 degrees, good, plus we don't know angle C yet, but we know that it has to equal to 180 degrees, okay? Well, 30 and 40, that makes 70, okay? So if we subtract 70 degrees here and subtract 70 degrees here, we get that angle C is equal to 110 degrees. And so now we do know the measure of this angle. So now we have angle, side, angle, okay? And so we need to think, well, what side over here in triangle DEF corresponds to side B? Well, C looks like the longest side, A is the shortest side, so B must be the middle side. Over here, F is the longest, E is the shortest, and D is the middle. So this is our side right here, side D. So if D was equal to 36, if side D was congruent to side B, which is 36, and now our two angles are F and E. And one of them has to correspond to A, and the other one has to correspond to C. Well, C is larger than A, and F is larger than E. So if angle F is 110 degrees, which is the same thing as angle C, and if angle E is 30 degrees, just like angle A is 30 degrees, okay, then the triangle ABC would be congruent to triangle DEF by the angle side angle, okay? So let's go ahead and write that up. It says that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF if one of the sides in DEF is equal to 36. Well, we already said if D was equal to 36, so we're going to put a D here. If side D is 36 and if one of the angles is a certain number of degrees. Well, I have two angles with degrees. I have F is 110 and E is 30. But look, this says put the smaller one first. Well, which one's the smaller? Is 110 smaller or is 30 smaller? Well, 30 is smaller. And which one's 30 degrees? Well, that's angle E, okay? And then the larger angle is 110 degrees, and that's angle F. And so if side D is 36 and angle E is 30 degrees and angle F is 110 degrees, then by the side or the angle side angle postulate, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Okay, this will be our last example. And you've seen this before. You've seen triangle ABC in a previous video, triangle ADE, and we know that this angle is angle BAC. We know this angle is angle DAE, okay? And here's what we're told, that side C is 51. Well, here's C. So we're going to say that C is 51, okay? It says angle BAC is 58 degrees. So BAC is 58 degrees. And then it says angle C is 40 degrees. So that means angle C over here is 40 degrees, okay? Well, that doesn't help us. If we're going to use the angle side angle postulate and our side is C, we need angle BAC and we need angle B. Okay, well, we're going to use the 180 degree sum postulate, okay? So we know that angle C is 40 degrees, plus angle BAC is 58 degrees, okay? And then if we add to that angle B, then that's going to equal 180 degrees, okay? Well, 40 plus 58 is 98. So if we subtract 98 degrees from both sides, we get angle B is equal to, what do we got here? 82 degrees, okay? And so that must mean that angle B is automatically 82 degrees. And so now to use the angle side angle postulate, we're going to need side C to be congruent to its corresponding side over here. Well, it looks like side C is the shortest side of triangle ABC. And the shortest side of ADE looks like E here. So if E was equal to 51, okay, and now we need angle D and we need angle DAE, okay? Well, angle D looks like it corresponds to angle B. So angle D will have to be 82 degrees. And this angle right here is angle DAE. And it looks like DAE corresponds to BAC. And so DAE will have to be equal to 58 degrees, okay? And so here's what it says. Then triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADE if some side is equal to 51. Which side? E, okay? And if some angle is equal to some degrees, okay? Well, we have two angles. We have D at 82 degrees and we have DAE at 58 degrees, okay? Well, this says we're going to put the smaller angle first. Well, which one's smaller, 82 or 58? 58 is smaller. So we're going to put angle DAE. We have to put all three letters in here. DAE is 58 degrees. And then now we're going to do angle D is 82 degrees. And so if these three things are true and these three things are true, then triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADE by the angle side angle postulate.